رمزنا مجدنا وعهدنا وواجب من الوفاء يهزنا عزنا غاية تشرف وراية ترفرف غاية تشرف وراية ترفرف يا هناك في علاك قاهرا عيداك قاهرا عيداك موطني
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله We're going to be doing Jamaat Abada. If you'd like to join, come join, and then inshallah we'll be starting the program for today. Amma, have you got a stand? Amma? What is it?
Video is starting a little bit. I need to go get some wuzu.
Wuzu. We're going to start because we don't have time. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. We're going to use this. Yeah, yeah. It'll take about 6 minutes. Amma, have you got a stand?
No, that way, by the way. I was going to tell you, I thought you were just doing it that way.
Have you got a stand?
He's using it for the prayer. Tripod up to video. video of your speeches.
That way. Yeah. But, yeah, put it there. But bring it a bit here so the mic doesn't disconnect. Is it connected? Yeah. Face the speaker this way.
Far forward.
It's this way. Yeah. Turn the face of the speaker this way. Do it in the speaker. You know, I'm just turning it this way. Yeah. Right, I can hold the mic and do it if I don't have a stand, don't I? You can. No, ask him. Ask Amma. Find out. Amma, haven't you got a stand? Have you got the small mic?
No more mic.
Are you sure that you can't? You can use most sects. If you don't have a stand, you can use it.
That's what I'm saying, innit?
It's not working. No. Alright, is it working? No, it's gonna fall down. It's alright. Yeah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين والدعاء والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذو الجلال والإكرام برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. No more murder, no more lies. No more murder, no more lies. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. No more murder, no more lies. No more murder, no more lies. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine.
Stand up tall, this is a wake-up call. Never again means never again for all. To all my people in Gaza, even though we're living far from each other, your pain is my own pain. All for one and one for all. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. No more murder, no more lies. No more murder, no more lies. Free, free, free Palestine. Palestina, Palestina, oh, Palestine in my heart. Palestina, Palestina, oh, Palestine in my heart.
Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea, from the sea to the river, from the sea to the river. Today we mourn 1 year of unspeakable loss, a year of genocide, death and destruction. These 365 days will be etched in our memories forever. The brutal images of the massacres on our social media will haunt us. Our government's inaction and complicity has been laid bare in front of the nation and will be written and talked about for years to come. On this day a year ago, the world was awakened to the reality of the people of Palestine. As painful as it is to witness these horrific events unfold, which has left us shaken to our core, forcing us to confront what truly matters, it has also infused us with a stronger sense of purpose and determination. This day, with all its pain, is also a reminder of resilience, faith and hope. One of the most heartbreaking statistics to emerge recently is that at least 902 families have been totally wiped off the civil registry. In at least 1,364 cases, all family members except one have been killed. In at least 3,764 cases, only 2 members of the same family have survived. These are not just numbers, they were people, breathing, loving, caring people, completely erased from existence. These are lives that mattered, people with hopes, dreams and aspirations, wiped out in 365 days. Even in the darkest of days, we cannot and will not give up hope, because we will be asked, what did we do to end the suffering of our brothers and sisters in Palestine? And when that $1 million question is asked, what will you say? The Palestinians do not give up hope. Remember, justice is not given, it is fought for. In the words of Julian Assange, wars are started by lies, so they can be stopped by the truth. So we will keep fighting, we will keep demanding justice, and we will never stop until Palestine is free. Free, free! Palestine. Free, free! Palestine. From the river to the sea! From the sea to the river! If I can introduce our first speaker, is a Palestinian sister who you may have seen speaking at lots of different demonstrations. She's an activist. Please welcome her.
Thank you everyone for attending, and I always start with some words of thanks because it really is truly inspirational that even on a Monday evening after work and school and the hustle and bustle, you still choose to come out in solidarity to show your humanity. So thank you from the bottom of my heart and in the bottom of the heart of every Palestinian. Thank you. Today, brothers and sisters, today marks 1 year since the beginning of the latest genocide in Gaza. 365 days of genocide. 365 days of starvation, of torture, of hunger, of ill health. 365 days of resistance. Because this day, my brothers and sisters, marks 365 days since the launch of the resistance Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. This day, 365 days plus 76 years plus 4 months plus 22 days of resistance, because the Palestinian people have been resisting their occupier for more than 76 years. In this last year, we have lost more than 45,000 souls. But over the 76 years since our occupation began, and since before that from the colonizer before them, we have lost countless lives. Lives that were never accounted for. Lives that were stolen and their murderers were never held to account. But today we stand in solidarity remembering every one of those souls. Our hearts are heavy. Our hearts are sad. But we take strength from the resistance. Do you know what it is to survive 365 days without food, without medicine, with threats, with bombs falling from the sky like rain, without access to basic necessities, yet still refusing to leave your home because you would not rather an occupier lived in your home? This, my brothers and sisters, is what resistance means. And we, coming out here today, are part of that resistance. In addition to the lives that were lost and the homes that were destroyed and the hospitals that were taken out of service, out of commission, we have also had more than 100,000 people injured. The deaths get all the attention, and they should get a lot of attention, because a life lost, one life lost is one too many. But the hundreds of thousands of people who have been injured are left with life-changing injuries that may mean somebody will never be able to walk again. Somebody will never be able to work again. Somebody may never be able to speak again from the horrors that they witnessed. These families, the long-lasting effects of these atrocities will far outlive this genocide. The effects that the children will see when they grow up. The effects that we don't even know what kind of weapons were used for the first time on this testing ground, this lab that the Israelis used to test their weapons. These long-lasting effects will need us to stand and advocate for them long after Netanyahu has gone. And he will go, brothers and sisters, he will go. And long after Starmer has gone, and he will go. But these effects will be long-lasting, and they will rely, these faces will rely on you for your support and your solidarity and your advocacy. So we are very appreciative that every week, and even on the day that commemorates 1 year since this latest genocide, you have come out and shown your support. But I urge you, I beg of you from the bottom of my heart, do not take your foot off the gas. Once the ceasefire is reached, we will work hard to end the occupation. Once the occupation is ended, we will dismantle the state, the apartheid state of Israel. And every Palestinian will return to their homes. And once every Palestinian has returned to their homes, we will seek justice for the deaths, for the injuries, for the lives, for the livelihoods that have been lost, and for the homes that have been lost. So from today, and for every single day still to come, long live the resistance. Thank you.
The last brilliant speaker just reminded us that we're part of the resistance, and part of being the resistance is turning the vile, disgusting state of Israel into a pariah state, and that means not dealing with it, making sure nobody deals with it. So our campaigns about divestment and sanctions and boycott are so important, and so that's why our next speaker, Caroline, who's an officer of Bradford Friends of Palestine, is going to make a very important announcement about our next activity regarding our push to get the West Yorkshire Pension Fund to divest. And we've got an important event coming up, and we want you all to be there to turn Israel into that pariah state that goes into the dustbin of history. Caroline.
Thank you very much, friends. Our first march in Bradford was on the 10th of October last year, and so many faces I see from that march and subsequent marches that we've had everywhere across West Yorkshire, building the fight back, building the resistance, flying the flag and lighting the candles for Palestinian freedom. And one of the things that we have been able to do together is raise boycott, divestment and sanctions. We've stood outside Barclays, we've stood and outside Teledyne, very importantly, to stop the weapons. But now we have the chance, a very big chance, to stop £649 million of our money that is being invested in companies that are complicit in genocide and human rights abuses, apartheid and illegal occupation in Palestine. And that is the divestment from all of those companies by the West Yorkshire Pension Fund. Now, some of the things that have happened when we stood on these steps, we said, that lot in there need to be doing something. Well, I can tell you that certain members of that lot in there are doing something on the 15th of October at the full council meeting on the from 4 p.m. They have got a resolution tabled by the independents. Big shout out for all of those that supported this, and it's on the agenda for that divestment to take place. So we want as many people here as possible to support that, to be outside, to give them the support and the anger. We say, we don't want Palestinian blood in our pensions. We don't want war crimes in our wage packets from our deferred wages that get invested in these complicit companies. And we don't want any of our money that we pay to Bradford Council through council tax or parking charges or anything else to go to these complicit companies for investment. We say, disclose, divest. We will not stop, we will not rest. Be here from 2 o'clock outside the council chamber and from 4 o'clock inside the council chamber. Support our independent local councillors. Big shout out for David Ward and Talat and Ishtiaq, who helped to do the resolution with us, but also a big shout out to my sister, Isha, who also contributed so well to the formation of the resolution. It's a great resolution. I don't think anybody in their right mind could argue against it unless they want to support the continuation of the genocide in Palestine and Israel's bombardment of Lebanon. So, disclose, divest. We will not stop, we will not rest. Anybody who wants to get involved, come and see me at the end. Thanks very much.
Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the sea to the river. Our next next speaker is somebody who you will have seen time and time again. She is an avid poet. You will have seen her at our demonstration reading beautiful Palestinian poetry. Please welcome Nabila.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. 24/7, 365, one whole year of genocide. 24/7, 365, one whole year of genocide. There is one thing I believe, and I don't think I'm being naive. Gaza is not under occupation by Israel. The rest of the world is under occupation by Israel. The world has lost its moral compass as it fails. To see how these murderers have woven a web of lies, justifying genocide, dropping bombs from the skies, hundreds of thousands died, cutting off food supplies, blood-soaked eyes, children's wrists cable tied, orphaned babies' cries, not a second for goodbyes. Rape is justified as humanity dies. No media asking whys. War crimes denied. Please take time to analyze. Genocide propaganda underlies. UK government complies. Human animals they surmise. Little children they despise. Soulless monsters won't compromise. This is the devil in disguise. After 365, it's no surprise, but from the ashes they will rise. They have bombed the watermelon, but the seeds have spread across the world. They can bury them, but they know those seeds will grow. For decades they've murdered for this land, but after 365 they now know Palestinians will never go. It's Israeli land is what they tell, but the only land they'll get is in hell. Inshallah. Katie. See ya.
All the best people are in our movement. We've got everyone from every background standing here against the horror that is Israel. And that pleases me now to welcome Katie Clark from Halifax, who's of Jewish heritage, and she travelled with us on the Bradford Friends of Palestine coach on Saturday to London to show that all the decent people in the world stand together, stand up against Israeli atrocities for a free Palestine. Welcome, Katie.
I was here at one of your first vigils. I didn't think I'd be coming back, and I didn't think a year later I'd be talking. But thank you for asking me. I'm standing here today in front of you as a fellow human being, as someone who is a Jewish mother, a daughter, a friend, a work colleague, a cousin, a sister, and who shares your heartache, your deep sadness, and your pain. Together, we share the same tears for the deaths and destruction of Gaza, the West Bank, and Lebanon, way before October the 7th, and since that day. Together, we mourn not one, but years of unspeakable loss. We mourn for the dead, and we fight for the living. As Jews, we know only too well what genocide, displacement, trauma, and loss means for us as a people. Zionism truly breaks every single Jewish value. Many of us know our history of oppression, and we don't believe that Zionism is the answer, with its movement embracing settler colonization as a key tactic to force Palestinians off their land. There are many Jewish academics, historians, actors, teachers, journalists, activists, and organizations who continue to speak out on behalf of our fellow brothers and sisters in Palestine. We are not afraid to say the words, occupation no more, stop the genocide, stop the bombs, free Palestine. We know that the only way to have peace is to choose a different path. choose solidarity and collective liberation. There are two sides in this, those who believe in peace and human rights for all, and those who want to be selective about who is entitled to human rights and prioritize their rights above others. Those of us who want peace want a better future, a world where religion doesn't cause conflict, where there is compassion, where we can love and live together with our neighbors. We dream of a place where we can bring up the next generation to live side by side in dignity and security. We are the ones building bridges and keeping hope alive. We need to continue to speak out, to demonstrate, to boycott, to show our solidarity against the arms sales in the US, and here on our soil in the UK, not to be afraid of our right to freedom of expression. History will remember you all. We are the witnesses, the change makers. Each of us is doing our part. Each part we play is a step forward towards freedom for all. So no more apologies for a bleeding heart where the opposite is no heart at all. We need to keep strong, as there is a danger of losing our humanity, and it must be met with more humanity. So don't give up your power. Together we are stronger. Free Palestine!
Palestine. Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! I'd like to welcome our next speaker, Mudge from Speaker's Corner, who jointly organises protests. Mudge is continually multitasking for Palestine. You've probably seen him darting around, and here he is. Over to Mudge.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. 364 days. 1 year the Gaza genocide has been going on. And look around you. Look at one another. These are the faces that are dedicated towards the freedom of the Palestinians. Whether you are Pakistani, whether you are from Africa, whether you are from Britain, these are the faces that will free Palestine. Because Bibi, he will fall one day. The Palestinians have been there for 76 years, whilst Israel has tried eradicate them off the lands of Palestine. But the Palestinians, they have fought back. The Palestinians are not going to let the Israelis take over their lands. And one day, I promise you, one day, Ramallah will rise again. Haifa will rise again. All the cities and towns in Palestine will rise again. Because Israel, oh baby, you will not get away for these war crimes. Those children's blood is on your hands. Keir Starmer, today you think you won a general election and won the votes of the people, but justice will be served, because we as humanity will not let you get away with it like they let Tony Blair get away with the Iraq war. Justice will be served. Palestine will rise again. But I want you all to remember every one of these children. Hind Rajab, Aisar and Aisal, the two twins that were killed. These people, look at them, and it's just, we've been fighting for this for quite a while, and a lot of us, our emotions are all over the place now. It's just shocking. But inshallah, one day Palestine will rise again. And one day the Ummah will rise again. Whether in Lebanon, whether in Iraq, or whether in Palestine, your heart should be aching today, because their hearts, their families have been destroyed. Assalamu alaikum.
Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea. So our next speaker is someone you all know extremely well. As an officer of Bradford Friends of Palestine, he's instrumental in the work we do as an organisation, and we wouldn't be able to do half of the things we do without him. Please welcome Rob Hoffman.
Friends, I want to talk about Lebanon. I'm not a Lebanese citizen and I'm not of Lebanese descent, but in 2010, 2011, I helped Viva Palestine organize 2 Palestinian universities in Lebanon, in the Bekaa Valley and then in the American University of Beirut. And whilst we were there, I visited the Sabra and Shatila refugee camp, Palestinian refugee camp, which has been there since 1948. Now, in 1982, the Israelis invaded Lebanon all the way to Beirut to drive out the PLO, which they successfully did. But while they were in Beirut, they allowed the Christian fascist militia to massacre 3,500 Palestinian refugees and Lebanese Shiites in the Sabra and Shatila camp. Afterwards, Sean McBride, the former Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, declared this to have been a genocide. It was overseen and provided for by the Israeli Defense Force, the Israeli occupation force. Whilst we were there, I also went to the Ain El Awa refugee camp, the largest Palestinian refugee camp in Sidon. 120,000 people there, now crammed into a tiny space, into what is effectively an open prison, just like Gaza has been an open prison for the Palestinians since 2006. Now, the Israelis withdrew in 2000, but they came back in 2006. But this time, Hezbollah, who came into existence only to defend Lebanon against Israel in 1982, inflicted a bloody defeat on the Israeli army, and they were forced to withdraw, and that was absolutely fantastic. But ever since then, the Israelis and the Israeli army have been swearing that they will revenge that defeat, and that is what they're trying to do now. Whilst we held our university, we met many wonderful people, from Leila Khaled to Norman Finkelstein, and many of those who lead the Palestinian and Lebanese resistance. I won't mention the names of the organizations because they may be prescribed as terrorist organizations. These were very noble and heroic people. They weren't doing what they were doing to make money. They were doing it to defend their people and to seek liberation from the iron boot of Israel. And for their trouble, they are now being murdered. My friends are now being murdered in southern Beirut and in southern Lebanon. We have to keep up the fight for them, for everyone across the Middle East who's suffering under the boot not only of Israel, but of Western imperialism that backs it. And one last message. It was fascists who carried out those murders in Sabra and Shatila. And there will be fascists in London on October the 26th, called there by Tommy Robinson. Please join us in countering that protest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob. We do have some elected councillors and MPs who are visible and vocal supporters for the Palestine movement. So in that vein, I'm really pleased to introduce Councillor Muhammad Ali Islam, the Independent Ward Councillor for Manningham, Bradford.
Thank you so much. Wow. Caroline mentioned the 10th of October. The first time for myself, really, when I spoke on this exact same platform for the Palestinian people, and I raised my voice as loud as I could, and I shouted from the bottom of my lungs to the top, from the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. I shouted it because that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a free Palestine. And there were so many restrictions then. There was police officers everywhere. There was massive vans preventing us and stopping us from marching. They were so tight. They didn't want us to march. They did not want us to protest. But still everyone came out. And as sad to say it is that 365 days later we are still here marching. It's honestly heartbreaking. But I want to say that I know how you all feel because I share that. I share those emotions of anger. I share those emotions of rage. Gosh, I'm so frustrated that our government has been complicit in the genocide of the Palestinian people. But at the same time, I'm heartbroken. I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed in those councillors that chose to remain silent. I'm disappointed in those MPs that put their positions of power, that put their jobs, that put their line of work forward and in front of the Palestinian cause and struggle. Since October 7th, 814 mosques have been destroyed, and that's when Gaza was bombed. 180,000 Palestinians later, and Gaza has been bombed. 35,000 orphans that have been created, and Gaza was bombed. 80% of Gaza infrastructure declaimed, and Gaza was bombed. Catastrophic famine, and Gaza was bombed. 30,000 children who have now resulted in missing limbs, and Gaza was bombed. 1.5 million displaced Gazans, and still Gaza was bombed. 300 slain journalists, and still Gaza was bombed. All Gaza colleges and universities destroyed, and still Gaza is being bombed. 3 churches destroyed, and still Gaza is being bombed. American veto of forced ceasefires, and still Gaza is being bombed. 1.3 million displaced Lebanese, and still Gaza is being bombed. After all of the killing, after all of the displacement, after all of the injustice, still they continue to bomb and bomb and bomb. And then we have the UK and the US that abet these war crimes and allow them to happen. Disheartening, I know. Now on the 15th of October, the Bradford Independents will be putting a motion forward, as Caroline mentioned. A motion to divest, to boycott and to sanction from the West Yorkshire pension funds to stop them from investing in genocide-enabling companies that allow the killing of Palestinians. And I need you all to be there. I need every single one of you to be there to support this motion, to demand that you stop investing our money, pension money, into the killing of Palestinian children, because we say no to that. Now let me ask you this. Does Israel have the right to self-defend? Does Israel have the right to self-defend? Does Israel have the right to kill Palestinian children? Does Israel have the right to occupy Palestinian land? I have tried to do everything that I have could to raise the beautiful Palestinian flag on this building. A couple of months ago, when we had our first council meeting, we had the first ever council chamber meeting, the full motion meeting they call it. We put our amendment in, and we demanded first that you call it for what it is. You say that this is a genocide, and you say that this is a genocide against the Palestinian people. And number 2, you raise the Palestinian flag on this town hall proudly to show that you stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people. Now unfortunately, due to us having a Labour and Council, they did not raise the Palestinian flag. But I want to send this message, that if you do not raise the flag, then I will raise the Palestinian flag loud and proud to show that we are not afraid to stand in solidarity with those that are going through injustices. We are not afraid to say it loud and proud, from the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. This is a flag of hope, of peace, of love. And over the years, it has now become a flag of solidarity. This is not a flag of violence. This is not a flag of war. This is not a flag that promotes anti-Semitism. No, this is a flag of love. This is a flag of unity. And seeing every Bradfordian out here today shows that we all stand in solidarity. Thank you, Bradford.
Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from united. The people united will never be defeated. Our audio person isn't here at the moment, so I'm just going to skip to the next speaker. You may or may not have heard of an international coalition for Palestinian hostages. It's a new global digital to streets movement which demands the freedom and justice for over 20,000 Palestinian hostages who are held in inhumane conditions by the IOF. I'm going to ask the director of the International Coalition for Palestinian Hostages to speak first. So if you can please welcome Najm to the stage, please.
Hello, shalom, salam everyone, good to see you again. Today I want to talk about the International Coalition for Palestinian Hostages, the ICPH. I want to tell you about our objectives, how we work, and how you can help. So currently we've got over 20,000 Palestinian hostages held by IDF in really torturous, inhumane conditions. We've all seen the images. Sedate man looks like a concentration camp. Disabled kids being attacked by Israeli attack dogs. It's just terrible. So most Palestinian hostages are held by IDF without any charge or trial. That's why they're hostages. They're literally being kidnapped off the streets of Gaza and the West Bank. No trial, no charge, so that's why the Palestinians are hostages. That's one of our objectives, is to end this arbitrary detention. That means jailing people without a charge or trial. That's one of the things we are going to end, inshallah. We work as a global action group. Our actions are allied to BDS. So currently we're supporting the BDS campaign to pressure Western governments to sanction, boycott, and divest from Israel. The tools we're going to use to pressurize them with are worldwide petitions, the big ones, the strong ones, the ones that are being run by big established organizations. We'll be supporting those around the world. We'll be lobbying government members, direct action and legal action. So how you can help, please. The first thing you could do is you could Google the words Palestinian children held in Israeli custody. It's really horrific. I want you to read the horror story yourself. And those reports are by groups like Save the Children, Oxfam, and Human Rights Watch. Please do Google those words, Palestinian children held in Israeli custody, to see the horror story for yourselves. You can join our live TikTok. The International Steering Group discussion is on Fridays at 4 o'clock. If you're on TikTok, do follow Dr. May Hussein. And you can join us live on Fridays, 4 o'clock. You could offer graphic design skills for the various posters and promotions needed. You could create video content. You could represent us at rallies. And one of the best ways is to join our Telegram group. If you're on Telegram, please join our Telegram group. It's ICPH1. Search ICPH1 on Telegram. You'll find us. Join that group. It's our content sharing group. You can come in there, share content about hostages, spread awareness, and ask more questions and volunteer for more activities through there. Guys, look, I've had enough of the war crimes, the atrocities. You've all had enough. We've all had enough. Let's get together collectively and just totally dismantle this apartheid and end the genocide. Thank you very much.
Free, free, From the river to the sea. From the sea to the river. I just want you to bear with us while we play an audio from Dr. Mai Hussein. She's the mother of the Canadian journalist Mansour Schumann, who was kidnapped and released by the IOF. She's the founder of the International Coalition for Palestinian Hostages. So just bear with us whilst we play that audio. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. ICPH, International Coalition for Palestinian Hostages, has been created so that all our efforts to help our hostages in Palestine and all over the world, and to give them this message that we are with them, and we tell them in difficult times like this, it's important to hold into hope and inner strength. They are not alone. There is people all over the world who really cares deeply about their safety and well-being and assure their freedom. We tell you, our hostages in Palestine, stay strong in spirit. Stay strong even when things feel overwhelming. And we know how much torture you are subjected to. The world stands with you. We are all here gathered to give you support, to work hard through all channels in order to help your freedom and your safety. Remember, brighter days and freedom will come. Your courage is seen and honored by all of us, the free world who's waiting for your freedom. ICPH is the sound of Palestinian hostages all over the world. It is international coalition. It's something all of us, we have to stand behind it and support it to assure the freedom of our hostages in Palestine now and everywhere in this world. Free, free Palestine. They are hostages, not prisoners. They are humans, not numbers. Empty Israel jails. Empty them now. Hands off Palestinian hostages. Salamu alaikum.
Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Just a quick reminder, inshallah, this Sunday, 13th of, what month are we in? October. We've got Palestinian children visiting the UK from the West Bank. Now, they're coming on a twinning project, and they're only coming for 2 weeks. And luckily, we have them in Bradford for a day. Now, we've got the main event taking place from 4:30 till 6 o'clock at Mary Magdalene Church. So if you'd like to come, you do need to book tickets. Tickets are free. It's just to let us know how many people will be attending so we can make arrangements. So if you'd like to attend, just come to me at the end or something, and inshallah I'll give you the link for the ticket. But remember, it's a unique experience meeting children that are actually from Palestine who are going back to Palestine as well. Now, introducing the next person, he's going to be reciting a nasheed for you, an Islamic type of song. So give a round of applause to Maher.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Come on guys, you can be louder than that. I've given a salam, you're supposed to give me a salam back. Assalamu alaikum. MashaAllah, that's better, that's better. Before I begin my nasheed, I would just like to give a huge shout out to my brother Mujtaba, who has been organizing these protests and marches and speakers corner events all over the UK for the brothers and sisters in Palestine and for all you guys. He has been putting in a lot of effort and hard work since this time last year for the ummah of our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. May Allah reward him tremendously and grant him success in the work that he is doing for Palestine, and I pray that Allah makes his duty easy for him. Everyone say Ameen. I will be reciting a few verses from the Qasida Burda Sharif, And I will be dedicating this qasida to all the brothers and sisters and children in Palestine. So please join in with me where you can and sing along with me, because it will sound way much better, inshallah. Do not be shy. I know you guys are just standing there, but inshallah I'm going to do my part, so I want your guys' part as well, inshallah. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي صل عليه يا ربي صل عليه يا ربي صل عليه صلوات الله عليه الحمد لله منشئ الخلق من عدم ثم الصلاة على المختار في القدم. Oh Allah, send peace and blessings upon your beloved, the best and perfect creation that you have created. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. Everyone inshallah together. مولاي صل أبدا على حبيب. You can be louder than that, guys. Come on. Louder than that. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. There is no one like you. Subhanallah, va va va. There is no one like you. There is no one who's the same. So merciful is your nature and so high is your name. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأحوال مقتحم. Look at the heavens and the earth, the shining sun and the moon. When Allah made everything, He made them all just for you. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. ثم الرضا عن أبي بكر وعن عمر وعن علي وعن عثمان ذي الكرم. Oh, so beautiful were your moments with Siddiq. In the cave he stood by you all his life and sleeps by you. In the grave look at Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman and Mawla Ali. We love them for they have spent their lives in your company. Mawlaya salli wa sallim da'ima abadan ala habibika khairil khalqi kullihim. Ya Rabbi bil Mustafa balligh maqasidana waghfir lana ma مضى يا واسع الكرم. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم. The Lord has sworn by the beauty of the Noor on your face, so beautiful Mustafa, bless your servants with one gaze. Mawlaya سلم دائما عبادا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. May Allah grant freedom to the Palestinian brothers and sisters. Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea. Jazakallah.
Thank you very much for a great way to round off our rally tonight. So I think the message from all the speakers has been absolutely clear. We're not going anywhere, and I can tell that because you're still here now. Please continue to put pressure on your councillors and MPs because we want to impose an immediate arms embargo on Israel. Join the boycott, divestment and sanctions movement. Hit them where it hurts. And lastly, be here on the 15th outside the council for the campaign for the council to divest from Israel. And lastly, join and encourage all your family and friends to join our movement. Join the Bradford Friends of Palestine. If you're not already on our groups, you can scan our card here. Good night, everyone. Keep fighting for Palestine.
Can I just ask if anybody's got any placards or banners that they've got that belong to either Speaker's Corner or Bradford Friends of Palestine? Please bring them to the front. Thank you. Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea.
Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. No more murder, no more lies. No more murder, no more lies. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine.
Stand up tall, this is a wake-up call. Never again means never again for all. To all my people in Gaza, even though we're living far from each other, your pain is my own pain. All for one and one for all. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. No more murder, no more lies. Free, free, free Palestine. Palestina, Palestina. Oh, Palestine in my heart. Palestina, Palestina.
Has anyone got the black carrier bag for the big beef-up? Which car? Are you sure? Oh, okay.
Freedom is our destiny. You gotta make a choice, better be on the right side of history. No one can be free till we all are free. Enough is enough. We gotta stop this genocide. Free, free Palestine.